What's up, everybody? It's your boy Reggie Casual from thecasual.co, and welcome to the Synopsis, where we talk about the latest in international street fashion and culture, coming at you from Tokyo, Japan. But we're not talking about Tokyo today. We're talking about Gosha, that man Gosha Rubchinskiy. I don't always say the name right. Not sure if I'm saying it right now. But that man said he is stopping doing seasonal collection. He's going to stop doing seasonal collections of his namesake brand after the 2018 season. He hasn't officially closed the door and has said that he may come out with a women's line later, but for as we know it right now, he's not going to be designing after this collection for Gosha. We're going to talk about what that means for you as a fan, if you are a fan, and really what that means for the industry as a whole. So let's get it. Now, the first thing we got to know about Gosha, the brand, is that it is not wholly owned by Gosha Rubchinskiy, the man. That's right, Gosha is actually owned by Comme des Garçons. So if you didn't know that, Gosha, the name, the brand itself, is owned by CDG. That's right, Rei Kawakubo and Adrian Joff, her husband, they own Gosha, the brand, which means that whatever they say, they can compartmentalize the thing. And whenever you're under a big company, even if it's a fashion company, there is consistency that is involved because they are paying for the marketing, they're paying for the advertising, they're basically footing the bill for everything that is the brand, and they're just paying the designer to keep on making collections. And this is probably the reality that Gosha himself realized, knowing that he would have to keep making similar collections year after year, just expanding on the same idea. So what does that mean for the brand itself, Gosha, and what CDG is going to do with it? Well, they're already in talks with Gosha, the man, on what they need to do going forward to sell the brand and the name. They don't want to get rid of it. It's still wildly popular and it still sells, which basically means that CDG may turn Gosha into a legacy label, which basically means that they will put out legacy items, meaning tees, track jackets, what Gosha is really known for, but not really going into more experimental design, really keeping it consistent. This is probably what CDG is going to do with Gosha. You're going to see a lot of items coming out that look very similar to seasons past, or just up until the upcoming season, until Gosha himself decides, hey, I'll do a collection with you guys, maybe a women's collection, to expand on it, and then they have more fuel to the flame. You're hearing rumblings that he's working on a new brand with his friend. You're hearing rumblings that it's going to take a metamorphosis, his Gosha label that is. There are a lot of things being said, but what's going on right now is that you're not going to see something after this season. But Gosha's shift in doing this is not actually abnormal. In fact, the fashion industry is going through this climate right now. A lot of smaller designers, smaller boutiques, and smaller fashion houses are accepting that they have to go the DTC model. And what is the DTC model? The DTC model is the direct-to-consumer model, which means that you don't need an overlord company, you don't need somebody footing the bill. Because of the advent of social media and the prices of things now, you can actually compartmentalize and minimize your collections and sell directly to the people that you want to sell to. And because of Gosha's name, it's big enough that he can do it by himself. The only problem is that he can't do it with his namesake brand. But that's cool for him. He can do anything that he wants to. He's a famous designer and he's only 33 years old. So that being said, he's going to be fine. The only thing is that these brands that are going to the direct-to-consumer model means that there's going to be less of an opportunity for fans across the world, or around the world I should say, to pick up those items from the designers should they start a new label. Direct-to-consumer is very hard to get out there amongst the masses because you usually have to do it through either brick and mortar stores or e-commerce, and you're not going to have as much stock as you would normally have if you had a big overlord company producing everything for you. But you can really circumvent that by having these smaller installations that really take in the community rather than trying to pull out all your resources and connect with everybody. And this is really going back to the original model that street fashion and streetwear really held in the first place. It's just a different way of going about it because we have access to a whole bunch of information. And with Gosha, the writing was on the wall. He wanted to do his own thing. He wanted to be free from the overlords. That is clear. And should you cop the legacy brand if CDG decides to go that route with Gosha? If you like it, then who's to say that you shouldn't? But because it's going to be more accessible, it may end up hitting the hype train really hard, kind of like what Supreme has already done, or maybe even a BUYEE. But that is totally up to you. It's really not up to me. So we want to know what you think about Gosha leaving his namesake brand for the foreseeable future in the comments. Let us know what your opinions are. And in the meantime, give a thumbs up if you like this video, but most importantly, keep it locked right here for all of your info on international street fashion and culture from Tokyo. It's your boy, and keep it casual. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu, and I'll see you guys in a minute.
You can check out more videos from The Casual by checking these guys out right over here. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You can even follow me personally. That's always fun, just to stay updated on the latest. But most importantly, YouTube からのアップデートのために下の丸を押してくださいませ. To stay updated on YouTube, press the circle below me.